So hello guys, I hope all you are all doing well in your life, and this would be basically our day second to record the second lecture of this playlist. So I hope you already downloaded the Android Studio, uh, where we can use the Android Studio via the compilation of the Kotlin code. And in my previous video, or basically you can say that in my first video of my playlist, I explained where like how to install Android Studio and how to make a new project. Basically, we are right now making a new project, and you can see parallelly if you are not aware or if you are not saw that video. So you can simply create that new project on this button, and after clicking, you can select no activity, or either you can select empty activity. uh, I suggest you to click the empty activity, and if you when you click the empty activity, then you have to click on the next button, and here you have to give the application name. In my case, I am doing day 2. Okay, and this is basically the package name. The package is all, as you about know that the part is package. Package is basically nothing a folder where all the files, all the Kotlin files or classes files are lies inside this, and this is basically your save location where your all the files or this project saves in your memory location. This is by default the minimum SDK API 24, which is provided by the Android itself, and you cannot have to like worry about this, and simply click on the finish button. It takes some little time because and the studio make the project and adding the dependencies, and if your system is not compatible with Android Studio, it take a lot of time. So don't worry about this. I am skipping this part right now. So as you can see now that my Android Studio have been completed, and when you completed, when your Android Studio or your Gradle file has been built, then you have to see the interface like this. And we don't care about the main activity.kt yet. And first of all, guys, before starting doing writing code or any like deep diving in the concept of Kotlin basics, we have to I want to tell something with you guys. Like always prefer the documentation part. Like I personally suggest you, if you will stuck any time, anything in the Kotlin, then you can always be preferred the Kotlin documentation, because documentation is a very important. As many high developers, like always suggest you to go with the documentation. So here, the documentation provide you like the Kotlin overview, how Kotlin works with Kotlin multi-platforms. Like what is Kotlin multi-platforms? Like by the help of Kotlin, you can build the Android application, like where you can run these applications in any cross-platform project, like object. Like you can run this on Android, you can run this iOS, you can run on this TV as well. TV, TV like Mac OS, TV OS. So like this is very new update in Kotlin, where you can write the Kotlin common code, and this common code will help you to run the application in multiple platforms. Like that's why it is called multi-platform. And Kotlin also for used for server-side language, Kotlin for Android. Like there are many advantages of Kotlin to using in the programming life. Here we have to start the Kotlin with the knowing the basic variables. First, we will like deep down the concept of variables. What is variables and basic the types? What is collections? Control flow. What is loop? Function, classes, null, safety. So here we go to like first we have to make a file where we have to write some Kotlin code where we test our codes. We use variables. We we will perform various operations. So we have to make a new package. I would suggest you to make a new package, because it separates the code quality, and like it separate all the concerns about the project. And we have we are making a new package. Like simply click on the right click here, Kotlin plus Java, right click the new, then you can find the package keyword here, then you can simply click on this package where you have to click on the OK button, then you have to give the new package name. In my case, I am giving this day2. Right click, then you can see here the project section consider the day2 package, and after when you will complete or when you will make the day2 package by the following process, you can simply click on the right click and click new, and you can see here like Kotlin class file. You can simply click on this and you can make the name file, and I would suggest you keep the first letter of the file name is smaller because it is preferred by the IDE itself. So you can like give them name day1. Correct. So as you see like this way, we can get rid of this class itself, and if we write something code like this int main and write the print statement I all. So what is this function basically? So basically this is the this is the main function. This is the main entry point of a program, or you can say this is the first function which is executed. And have you and I think you are not like familiar with the main what is function. So function is like basic the block of code, yeah, block of code inside the curly braces. These as you see these symbols are the curly braces, these non so curly braces, and this is like the curly braces brackets, and this is the main keyword, and this is a function keyword which is used in Kotlin for initializing any function. And this is fun keyword which is tell to the compiler that hey, this is function, and this is a main, like this is a name basically, and this is the entry point. This is the entry point. This is the entry point. So if we run this, like simply click on the run button and the practice, and you can see that the Gradle build is running, and in after some second time, and you can see that the console is treated by the Hyol. It takes some time, like you can see this console the Hyol is printed. So this is basically the Kotlin main function. And what is this print statement? This print statement say to compiler, hey, anything which I written writing on this inside this braces, then you have to print that. Okay, so this is basically the first demo of the main function. We can get rid of this print function, and inside this main function we have to perform all the operations, all the rest of the operation. We can call another function, we can made our custom function and calling that custom function from this inside main function. But first of all, we have to like deep down into the concept of variables and the basic concept. What is Kotlin? How to initialize variables? What is variables? What is data type? How many type of data types exist in Kotlin? So let's look into the documentation first. So first is variables. Like what is variables? So as I explained previously, like this is a main function. This is a main function. Function is a keyword which is used to declare a function. This main function is where the program starts from. This is completely same or similar which I have mentioned previously, and this is the curly braces. Any code inside this curly braces known as the code block, or you can say function with the keyword fun. And this println or print, we use this print, and inside this braces we wrote like any statement, and we like saw the result in console. And this println says like hey, you have to give the next line. If we use the ln, suppose if we go here and type print hi all, this can simply print the high all in the console. And if we write like print, hey sir, so if we if we run this program, and so we can see we can see all the print statements are like lie in the same line, and we have to print this hey sir into the next line. So we can simply give the next line here ln means the next line, and simply when I will click on the run button, and you can see hi all hey sir is keep printing on the next line. So this is the meaning of ln print error. Okay, next go to the documentation. So as you see that variable is a two types. What is variable? Variables is like the containers. Variables is like the containers where you can insert your data into memory, and you can see that variable in Kotlin there are two type of variables, basically val and var. What is val? Val is a read-only variable. What is the meaning of read-only variable? The mean is कि hey you cannot change the value of any type of like when you initialize any type of variable with the help of data keyword like val. So you can don't reinitialize after later. Like when you initialize, when you use the val keyword here, and I like sum, and we initialize a five with five. So you cannot reinitialize sum with six or any other digit. Like if you want to, if I try to initialize sum with seven, then the IDE gives us error. And error is what? Val cannot be reassigned. So this is the meaning of val. In another word, we can say that val is a immutable. What the mean of immutable? Immutable means like a variable or a list or a object which cannot be modified later. So that's why this will give error. And if you want to reinitialize, like if you want like hey I want to reinitialize my variable in later code, like you have to like use where here. And if you like initialize right now some with 9, or you can any later, then you can reinitialize some with like 10 itself. So here you can see that this not give any error right now. So that's why we have to use where and well efficiently. So as the document said us saying us key like mutable variables with error, and like popcorn 5, as this is the basic example. Or I frequently saying you to preferred always documentation. So basically this is a string template. String templates means suppose you want to like when you want to like war equals to add equals to like 5, and if you want to print this, and if you want to print this add into this, like simply where in previously we are initializing like this, like how you print the value of add, how you print the value of add. Like if you like to simply write the add here, then this add treat as a string, and when you print this not print the value of 5, but instead this print the value of string itself, only add. Like when you run this program, you can see this the odd value is not printed here, and for in order to print the odd value you have to use the sign of dollar. This dollar said to the compiler, hey I am using the dollar keyword in front of my one of the variable, and you have to print the value of this variable itself with the string. So when you run this program, you can see here you have to got an output. The sum is 5. So this is the importance of dollar keyword in this Kotlin for printing any type of variable or any type of statement within the print statement. So I hope you guys enjoying the session. For like so next forward to the next scene and next documentation. This is the basic fundamental of string template, and I am asked again saying you to he always prefer documentation for better clarification. And basically we have to go next step, basic data type. Basic data type means there are different data types. What is data type? Like there are certain type of range in memory where you have to store the variables accordingly. There are many type of data types like int, data, float, to store the float values, double to store double values, short type. So basically, uh, you guys probably thinking like, sir, you not mentioning here the data type of particular variable. Like when I am adding like this where equals to add, I'm not mentioning like when you like where str equals to ram. So what the compiler does here, doing here, it's automatically like Kotlin is very smart, Kotlin is very smart, intelligent. So Kotlin is automatically detect the content inside the variable. Like when you write the ram as in a string format with the two curly braces to the curly string, curly quotes, then string and then Kotlin automatically identified that this data which is inside in this variable is a string data type. So where we don't have to mention separately. And if you want to if you want to tell the compiler explicitly, so you can mention here data type also. By the syntax, like you have to use a colon here, and you have to give like a string. Here you can tell to the compiler, hey, I am explicitly mentioned that this data type is a string keyword. And if you don't mention here like a string, then that is no problem. The compiler automatically is very intelligent. You know, same with like add. If you don't mention any type of data type explicitly, then uh, he can like always be easy to identify like which type of data is here. And if you want to like int, so here data type, and you can mention explicitly the int data type. So this is basically the major concern about the primary like goal of the like data type. And if we look about this again, so you can prefer the documentation where he mentioned the category, basic data type, example code. With example code here I am like mentioning in this way, string, character, boolean is a. And if you are guys watching, and if you are familiar with some other type of programming language, you cannot like worry about this problem. If you are familiar with OOP concept, so Kotlin is not a like piece of bread. Like you can digest easily with Kotlin. So this is basically the things. And in next lecture, we are discussing about the various collections, lists, data types, or loops, if else condition. And like I'm trying my side from my side, like I will give you the best content. And if you will occur encounter any type of problem, you can contact with me. You can raise your question in comment section. I will try to give uh, all possible question answers. So this is basically the short introduction about this. What is the data type? What does the print statement do? And how Kotlin implicitly detect the data type, and how you explicitly mention the data type. So this is basically the two and three concepts which we like understand today. So for this video, this is enough, and stay tuned for the next videos. I will keep like post videos on this YouTube channel. This next impulse, and if you are like want to like share this video, and